Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome to the show once again. Your boy Tony from Cali. Broadcasting, not broadcasting. Broadcasting, not broadcasting. You know what I'm saying? Boom, keeping it real. Get your merchandise. You can still get your merchandise. We still got this available. Broadcasting like a pro. Broadcasting, not broadcasting. Broadcasting, not broadcasting. Anyway, just wanted to say happy, what's today's date? The 29th. March the 29th, 2021. We are here, and we are here in my little camera studio right now. I wanted to show you guys a couple cameras because I know you guys don't believe that, yeah, I collect cameras. I've been collecting cameras for a little while, and I happen to have some of them right now. We got some of them from the thrift store, some of them from eBay, and we're going to kind of go through them a little bit, and I'm going to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing. We're taking old cameras and we're upgrading them to high definition. Okay, so that's my goal. A lot of my videos, I haven't really talked about that too much. I just kind of just do it, and we go out and we do our vlogging. I don't call it vlogging, I call it broadcasting, because I've been broadcasting before vlogging even came out. I've been broadcasting since the 80s, okay? Actually since the 70s, I guess. But I really got into it in the 80s. In the 80s, I got my first camcorder, which was like a Quasar, and it's very similar to this Quasar right here. This is a Quasar camcorder, and this is I think the VM11. I had the VM21. I got the VM21 over there. It's still in the packet, still in the case. I don't feel like pulling it out. This one's a little beat up, but this is a VM11. This is what I started off with back in the day, the Quasar camcorder. This was in 86. I started off with this in 86, but as we were talking about earlier, you guys seen I talked about the RCA camera. This is the RCA camera. I started off with this like in 1978. So I really started doing video earlier. And this came out in 78. And this is the RCA. This is not a camcorder. This is a camera. And this is a tube camera, not a CCD. CCD stands for charge coupled device. Just to let you guys know about that. Charge coupled device, which was a sensor basically that came out before. It was CCD, and then there's 3CCD, and there's a whole lot of technology behind that. Do more research on it if you want to. But this is a tube camera, okay? This had a tube in here. It didn't have a solid state chip in there, or a solid state sensor, CCD. Okay, so we're going to get into CCD in a minute, but this is when I started off with in 1978. And let me put my microphone over here. Hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better. Sorry about that. Check, 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 check. Yep, okay. So this was the RCA camera. This is I forgot the model number, C110 or something like C00110. You guys can look it up. And I started off with something like this, and you had to attach it. See this long cable? You had to attach it to a VCR. So we're gonna get this out the way. We're done with that for now. The goal was, the reason that I purchased that camera, I got it at a thrift store. You guys seen when I made a video not too long ago. I bought that camera at a thrift store for like 15 bucks. And the reason that I got it is because I wanted to bypass the tube and put a high definition sensor in there, or a high definition camera. Now, speaking of that, let's go back to that. High definition cameras are really small now. You don't have to have anything really big. This is a high definition camera right here. So you can take something like this, you can take it apart. This is just a dash cam. This is a 1080p dash cam. Shoots pretty good video though, 1080p video. You could take it apart and you could build this into that camera. And that's what that's the goal, is to take this apart and build it into that camera, or either attach it and use the body, because the body has very good stabilization. And that's the reason that I'm doing this. A lot of people say, well, why are you doing this? It's because you can put it on your shoulder like this, rest it on your shoulder, and you got real good stabilization. You don't have to buy a camera rig or anything like that. A lot of guys are buying camera rigs. The guys that are buying camera rigs, you guys are going to be probably mad at me about this, making this video, but I'm showing you how you can save money. The people that can't afford the camera rigs and the matte boxes and all the follow focus and all the different rig parts that make up a camera rig, you know, you can spend $200 for a camera rig. You can spend $2,000 for a camera rig, depending on what you want to spend. But the guys that can't afford that, you could buy something like this for 15 bucks, and you can modify it. You could put your high definition camera on there, like so. I think I had it on here like this, either on here like this, or you can mount it in here like this. And then you could also still connect this microphone. This is a telescopic microphone, so you could take the microphone and you can connect the other end to a voice recorder. I got a little small Olympics voice recorder, or a Sony voice recorder, or any type of voice recorder. You know those little cassette voice recorders they used to have back in the day? You don't have to use those. You can get a digital one now. You just works off of a SD card, and you could hook this microphone to that, and now you got good audio, right? Okay. So this is just another way of taking something old and bringing it back to life. You don't have to use the tube technology in here. Now my goal is to get to the point where I'm able to take it apart and put the high definition camera inside, and it'll be connected to this lens, and this lens is a real good lens, and you'll be able to have extra zoom, extra focus. That's going to be very, very nice. That's my main goal, to do that. Haven't done that yet because I don't have the tools to really take this apart the way I want to take it apart. I can take it apart, but I don't have the tools to modify it, I should say, yet. We're going to talk about that later. So we're going to throw that one down. Okay. Try not to make this video too long here. I got a lot of cameras. We're not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to give you a general overview. The next camera we're going to go to, and I got these out of order here. This is my baby right here. Yeah, this is the Trinicon. This has the cord on there too, a long cord. As you can see, look at this cord. This thing is, how long is it? I don't want to pull it all out. It's really long. It's probably like 10 foot long. And this connects to a VCR. This is the Sony HVC 2200. Okay, the HVC 2200. Can you guys see that? I love this camera. I think that the cap is the cap over there? Yeah. It had a little white cap. Here's the white cap for the lens, or the lens cover. And the reason it's white is because back in the day, you would leave this on there, or you take it off and you do your white balance with this. So you set your camera up, you do your white balance. That's why the caps are white. You notice on most of these cameras, you have a white cap. Okay? So this was it. I didn't talk about the year. The other camera, the RCA. The RCA camera was made in 1981. This was also made in 1981. Now, I didn't have this in 1981 because this was very expensive back in 1981. You're probably looking around $1,500, maybe $2,000 for this camera. So in 1981, I was a teenager. Just barely graduating out of high school, I should say. I was graduating out of high school. So at that time, I couldn't even afford nothing like this. And I think minimum wage the jobs back in the day was minimum wage. It was like $3.15 an hour. I'm keeping it real. I was working at McDonald's. I remember I worked at McDonald's for a month. Didn't work there very long. Okay, long story. So this is the once again the HVC 2200, and then they made a 3000, and then they made, I think they made another one after that. But they call these color video cameras, and like I said, this was made in 1981. It's in very, very good shape. And what we're going to show is how will we make this a high definition camera? The same exact way we would take a high definition sensor like this, and either we would attach it like so. We would attach it in the front, or we might build it into the lens assembly. That's what I want to go. That's what I want to do next, is build it into the lens assembly. Haven't done that yet, but I have attached cameras like this, and we're going to show how I've done this. And this is a high definition, once again, a dash cam. And you could do your blogs, you could do your broadcasting, you could do whatever you want to call it with something like this. You don't really need this, but I like these because, like I said, the stability. You put it on your shoulder, you're holding it like this. You got this nice grip here. You put it on a tripod. It looks professional. It was professional back in the day. 1981, this was very professional. Okay, so we're going to go from that to the next camera. And also I want to talk about let's go and show that real quick. You don't necessarily have to use that camera. I have other cameras over here that you could use. You could use any type of small camera. This is a Sony high definition camera. I forgot what year this came out. This didn't come out. This was I can't remember what year this came out. Maybe this came out 2012. Okay, but it's high definition. I got this camera a long time ago. Someone gave me this camera. They donated this camera. By the way, if you guys want to donate any cameras, I am open to receiving cameras. If you want to donate any camcorders, anything like that, let me know. I got a couple RCA cameras too. We didn't even bust those out. Dang. Well, I busted out the RCA tube camera, but not the RCA camcorders. I got so many cameras, I don't want to talk about it. But if you want to donate any cameras, I love cameras. This is a Sony high definition camera. The action camera was called the Splash Proof XMOR R 13.5 megapixel camera, steady shot, and it's high definition. It was the 13.5 megapixel once again. And this is a great camera, Wi-Fi capability. Now you could take something like this, and you see I got a little bracket on there, of course. I could put a bracket on there and then bam, now you're shooting in high definition. You've taken the old camera and you've kind of upgraded it to high definition. So that's another way you could do it. You can mount it under here. You can mount it anywhere you want to mount it. I would probably mount it under there and go from there. I might do that. I might do that later. So this is another high definition camera that you could add to an old camera, an old existing, once again, retro camera. This is a retro camera from 1981. And then you take something like this and you put it inside of it or whatever, and you're good to go. High definition. All that technology flew from this to this. All that technology. And the quality that these things shot with, I think it was like 280p or 230p or something like that. Very, very low quality. So a lot of guys, a lot of collectors, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, a lot of collectors might be mad at me, but I don't care. A lot of collectors might say, I don't even know how to say this. Why would you want to shoot with something this low res? Because it's high, it's not high definition. The quality is going to be really bad. A lot of guys take these cameras out and they try to restore them, and they make them work and that type of thing, and it's cool. It's like taking on one of those old cars and you restore it, you get it working again. But a lot of guys take the old cars and they put new engines in there. Okay, that's completely different. Trying to restore this to its original whatever. It's got a tube in here. This is a Vinicon tube. Okay, a Vinicon tube, and you want to look at the quality on that. It's very, very poor. Very poor. You're not going to like it. Unless you just want to use it, you do some type of old retro video, that's fine. But that's not me. My goal is to take these cameras and bring them back to life at least 1080p. If you want to take it up to 4K, that'd be another notch. Some of these little action cameras can go up to 4K. Here's another little action camera I got right here. I got this from China or whatever. This was like $19, okay? I could take this and do the same thing. Pop it in here, pop it in the front, whatever, and now I'm shooting in 4K. So you could shoot in 4K if you want to shoot in 4K. I typically don't shoot in 4K because it's not necessary, especially for YouTube videos. This is a YouTube video, and this is going to be shot in 1080p and probably downscaled to 720p because I can upload the video faster. Keeping it real. 4K is not all cracked up to what everybody thinks you have to have. And if you don't believe me, check with my boy Marcus Picks. Marcus Picks. He'll tell you a lot about that. He is a great photographer, and he's got all kind of cameras, a lot of new cameras. This guy has a lot of money invested in his stuff, and he lives out in Las Vegas. Marcus Picks, and he can tell you a lot about. You don't have to have 4K. He shot a lot of his movies with just camcorders, just regular camcorders, and I tell people this all the time. And he can check out his page, and he can tell you a lot more about it. Also, I learned a lot from other guys that have the other collectors, and Dave's Retro Lab. I think Dave's Retro Lab. He'll talk about some of the cameras that I have. I actually have some of the cameras he have. I think I actually have more cameras than he have, but I'm not bragging or anything like that. It's just that I collect certain type. Some guys might want to collect DSLR. Some guys want to collect film cameras. Some guys want to collect camcorders. I collect mainly camcorders, but full-size big camcorders. I don't like the palm quarters. I don't collect the palm quarters. I don't think I have any palm quarters right now. I used to have some, but not really a palm quarter type guy. I collect the ones that I grew up with. Once again, I grew up with this big old RCA camera. I'm gonna pop it up one more time. Ah, man. Hang on. I want to show you guys the other RCAs too, but they're packed up right now. This big old RCA camera, this is the technology that I grew up with. This was a tube camera. They had Vinicon and they had Satacon tubes. And they had another tube too. I forgot the name of it. I think it was called, I can't remember. Just look it up. But this was a Satacon tube, I think. This was Satacon, and then the Sony's was Vinicon. And then the Sony camera is called Trinicon. It wasn't called Trinitron. Trinicon. Like the Decepticons. Remember the Decepticons? Transformers. So this is the Trinicon right here. Once again, the HV22. I got this thing from eBay. I finally got it. I was happy when I got it. And I got this thing a couple months ago or whatever. And I never did do a video about it because I got caught up in my collection and building these cameras. Now, we're going to show you the next camera that came out after the Trinicon, made by Sony. And that particular one, like I said, these are out of order, so just bear with my cinematography, was the Beta Movie. This is the Beta Movie. Got to clean it up a little bit. This is the Beta Movie 110, okay? BMC 110. And how do I remember these numbers? Because I wanted this camera so bad, I finally got it. This is the Beta 110. This came out in 1983. And believe me, I didn't buy this in 1983. I still couldn't afford it at that particular time. We're probably looking at a couple $1,000 at that time. And this was the Beta Movie. And the Beta Movie is pretty cool because one of the things I want to show, there's a little locking switch right here. Okay. The locking switch right here where you can bring the handle up like this. You can bring it down like this. Okay, that's all you could do. I think you can lock it in a couple spots, maybe just that. So if you wanted to sit it flat, there you go. And then if you want to sit it like that, you could do that, whatever. So the beta movie is right here. Boom. You hold it. It's also your handle. And then this compartment right here, you release that, and bam, you got a big Sony battery. This thing is heavy too. You got a big Sony battery that comes out. Okay, that's where the battery went. Dang, I'm gonna slid right out. Okay, Sony battery, Betamax. It says Beta Movie, and you gotta lock it back up. If you don't lock it back up, it's gonna slide back out and hit you in the face or something. But this is the Beta Movie. You put it on your shoulder. You got your little viewfinder right here. Boom, you look through, and this is pretty old. This also had, once again, the Venecon tube. Anyway, once again, this one is the Beta Movie. The only difference on this one, it had autofocus. Okay, it had autofocus. Whoa, same exact thing, darker body and everything, and has the lock handle. Once again, you can flip down, put your hand in it, carry it, handle grip, and your battery is inside of here. I don't know if there's a battery inside of this one or not. And I got this one, very hard to find. This was the BMC 220 with autofocus. Woo, what is that button? What does that button have on there? Looks a little different. I don't know. But this one supposedly had autofocus, and it was the next model up. And it's in really good condition, as you can see. Put both of these side by side. You can see they pretty much are the same camera. Let me put the handle down on the other one too. Okay. Yeah, just bear with me. Kind of sweating doing this here. Have to turn off your fans when you make videos because you'll hear the fans. Okay, so here you go. Boom. Got beta movies. Two beta movies. One is the BMC, the BMC 110, and the other one is the BMC 220. And they should look alike there. Bam. And bam. Okay. It's good weightlifting. Okay. So that's enough of that. And these, like I said, these cameras were very expensive when they came out. And these things came out, once again, in 1983 was the first one. And the second one came out, I think it was 1984 on the second one. Okay. And that is the beta cameras. After that, shortly after that, later on, a lot of the cameras came out, which was JVC. They started coming out with their own VHS models, of course, and VHS-C, and we're going to talk about that. You probably see this one in the background. This is one I was talking about earlier. This is close to the, this is made by Zenith, but it's also, I don't know if it's made by Zenith internally. Zenith put their name on it, but this is actually the C1, the GR-C1 by JVC. The camera I was talking about earlier in my video. I want to try to get this one. Actually, I actually did bid on this camera. I told you I did your help. If you guys can help me purchase the camera and pick it up. I need to pick it up. Where they're going to deliver it, but I need to pick it up. And the JVC GR-C1 is the identical camera of this camera right here. And I have extra parts and things like that too as well. So I've actually got, I've got two of these, and then I've got another one that's actually a JVC that's the same model, which is crazy, but it's not red. So I wanted the red one because everybody wants the red one because the red one's Back to the Future, Back to the Future, Back to the Future, Back to the Future, Marty McFly, Marty McFly. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. No difference. Only it doesn't say, it says Zenith. I don't know if you guys can read that. It says Zenith. It's marked. It's very good, in very good condition. This one was really, really hard to find. Really, really hard to find. And then I happened to find another one, and I was like, wow, I better get it, you know, for parts or whatever. So I actually got two Zeniths now. I got two Zeniths. And I have another one that's actually a JVC, believe it or not. And it's a different model number, and it's black. Can't show that right now. It's packed up, but it's black. So I got a black one. I got two silver Zeniths, and then I'll have the red one. And why do I want all these cameras? Because I love camcorders. It's just part of me. It's part of something that I do. That one's going to be upgraded to high definition. Once again, the same thing, the same way. I haven't done it yet. Now, when that one came out, if you notice, the tape was smaller. We got more buttons here. This one was able to rewind, playback tapes, do everything. This revolutionized the way we record our movies nowadays. You want to be able to play back your movies. You want to be able to rewind it and all that type of stuff. We don't rewind anymore. We just go to the clip and click on it, you know, because everything is digital now. But before, you had to rewind the tape. You rewind it. You hook it up to your television set. And this was the one that they talked about in the movie, a portable studio. Okay? A portable studio, because you can rewind, playback, hook it up to your TV, and the JVC really took off when they created this unit. Look at the history on this. Dave's, what's his name? Dave's Video Lab or something like that. Dave's Retro Lab. Dave's Retro Lab. Check him out. I'll put a link in the bottom of this video so you guys can check that out. And he talks a little bit more about the actual one that I'm talking about, the JVC GR C1, the red one, which is the same as this. Same thing. Okay? I don't go by a lot of brand names when it comes to building things. I just kind of, I go by what works. This right here is an off-brand HD camera. It works. It does the job. I don't know who makes it. I forgot who makes it. I just bought it for like 19 bucks. I take something like this. I take the Zenith camera, and instead of destroying the Zenith camera, maybe I build it on there, or I mount it on there, or I create a mount or something, and now I'm shooting in high def. I'm shooting in high def with this little camera right here. This just becomes my stability. People say, well, why would you do that? Because I like the stability. Anybody want to shoot with, anybody want to hold nothing like this? This is all shaky, and everybody's talking about image stability and all that kind of stuff. And if you want image stability, then you got to build all this stuff all around it to make it all stable. When you can just get something like this, an old camcorder for like 15 or 20 bucks or something, pop it on there, and you're ready to go. Now you got your stability. Put it on your shoulder, put it on a tripod, and you got something that looks more professional too. This looks way more professional to me, even though it's old, than this right here. Okay? All right. You guys are learning the video secrets of broadcasting, and this is what I've been doing all my life. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is, once again, the tape format. You notice that the tape format was smaller. It's a smaller tape than the beta. No, you know what? I kind of skipped. I wanted to just kind of show the Sony line, and I kind of got you guys confused here a little bit. But what I was getting at, we're going to go back to Sony for a minute because I have to keep talking about Sony. This is the Sony Super Beta. This came out, okay, I believe this one was 86 or 80, around 86, 87. This is the Super Beta. Let's unzip it. It actually has a leather case that went around it. This one was really, really hard to find. Serious collectible unit. It's in very good shape, as you can see. Super Beta. I put that little sticker on there right here. And the reason I put this little sticker on here is because I upgraded it. This one actually shoots high definition right now. And it not only does it shoot high definition, it has built-in 8 gigs of memory built into it. Has a 32X. It has a 2.7 LCD, and it has a 29.8 millimeter wide-angle lens. I upgraded it. It didn't have all that before. That's what this little sticker is right here. And the reason it has all that is because, bam, when you turn it around, what do you see? A small camcorder that I attached. You open it up, you hear the sound, and now you have video. Okay? You guys can probably see. Oh no, I covered it up? Yeah, I covered it up. And you got video right here. You got a 2.inch LCD screen. And this actually says Sony when you put it on your shoulder. And I'm filming with it right now. Boom, it says Sony. As you can see, it says Sony in the front. It's Sony. So I've taken Sony and I've combined the technology. Something old, now you've got a handle. Now you've got the stability. Instead of holding that little camcorder, you can just put it on your shoulder like this. You open it up and you're ready to go. Okay? You hear the sound. Boom. Ready to go. Sony and Sony, the one and only. Sony and Tony, the one and only. So this was the Super Beta. Very, very expensive unit. Believe it or not, even though this was the Super Beta and it came out later, like I said, 86, 87, somewhere around there, I believe. Do the research. It still could not rewind tapes. It still couldn't play back tapes. It could only record, but it was a higher speed. This was Super Beta. I think it was Beta 2 or something like that. Super Beta. So you guys do the research on that. Dave talks about it a little bit, I think. Dave's lab, Dave's Retro Lab. Check out his page. He talks about it. And a couple other guys, they talk about it. I'm not going to get in depth. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But like I said, most of those guys, they tried to test the cameras out. They try to go back and they try to restore them and see look at the quality on them. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm trying to upgrade them to high definition with the small high definition cameras. This is a high definition camera right here. Okay, this is a high definition camera. I've got a lot of high definition camera. This is a Sony. I can pop this one out. This is the one that I did my gambling video with. Everybody asked me about this camera right here. I did my gambling video with this one right here. Sony, high definition. Only 5.0 megapixels, but it's still good. MP4 video. I can take this, I can attach it to any of these Sony cameras. All these are Sonys up here, except for one. We're about to talk about that right now. So, all that technology, instead of having something this big and bulky, right? This big old beta cam, super beta, instead of having this, you could use this. All that technology has went into something like this. So why would you want to use the tech? Why would you want to record with the quality of something like this when you got something like this that will do a better job? And most people nowadays just use their smartphone because their smartphone is going to give them better quality than even this. This is pretty old technology. This came out probably 2010, 2011 when I got this. I used to do all my gambling videos with this. All my videos, all my broadcasting, blogging, whatever you want to call it, was done with this little purple camera right here. I love this camera. I got it on eBay for 15 bucks. The original one I had, I don't have anymore. I wish I had it. But it doesn't matter about wishing you had it. I just replaced it. I replaced it with actually probably a better one. Some real good condition. Haven't used it much. Got a nice case for it. Look at that case. Case is nice, right? Got it for $3 at the thrift store. Keeping it real. $3 at the thrift store on Northgate. Okay. Enough information. So what I'm trying to say is that I like cameras. I like camcorders. It's part of something that I like to do. I like to have. You don't have to have the latest, greatest camera out there on the market. You see a lot of Sony cameras. I talk about Sony. I have more Sony cameras than any camera probably around, to keep it real. I did my inventory on my cameras the other night. Got a lot of Sony cameras. Got like 20 Sony cameras right now. 22, I think. Last time I checked. Let me double check. Yeah. 22 cameras, Panasonic, 22 Sony cameras. I got a bunch of Panasonic cameras. I think next they come up. Panasonic is hitting the next. I haven't done a count on that. I got to upgrade that because I know I got one Panasonic camera coming from the thrift store. And I get a lot of stuff from the thrift stores and a lot of stuff from eBay. But I'm getting ready to stop my collection. I'm getting ready to stop getting cameras. My goal right now is to start upgrading these. So that one was been upgraded. The Sony Beta has been upgraded. You see right here, it's been upgraded with the camera, and this was upgraded with the. Let me tell you this. This was upgraded with a $5 camcorder that I got. This is the $5 camcorder I got that I did a video about months ago when I got on the bus and I took this road trip on the bus out here in Sacramento, and it took me like 2 hours there and 2 hours back, and I got this thing for $5. I spent more for the bus fare and for my food than the camera, because I went to Carl's Jr. that day and I think I spent like $10 at Carl's Jr. and I got the camera for $5. This camera doesn't originally cost $5. You know, this camera when it originally came out is like probably 300 bucks. But I didn't look at the year. I didn't look at the resolution. I just said, oh, it works. It's HD camera. It was on OfferUp. I bought it on OfferUp. I buy a lot of my cameras on OfferUp. I got another one over here that I bought on OfferUp that's identical to that one. That one is the CX. That one is the CX 230. Okay, that's the CX 230, and this is the CX. This is the PJ 230 with the built-in projector. It has a built-in projector. Same thing. Turn it on. It's gonna make the same sound in a minute. Maybe I turn the sound off. Might turn the sound on. I might turn it off. Okay, I might turn the sound off. But the same thing. And it's a HD camera. Okay, I bought this one. I paid like 50 bucks for this one. I paid like $50 for this one, and that was way before I bought that one. It has a projector built into it. That camera probably ended up costing, originally was probably like $300 or $400 bucks. I got another camera over here the other day. Now this one right here, I just got this one. Believe it or not, from the thrift store. Look at this. Look how nice that is. This thing is really nice. No scratches, no dings. It's got a hard body. It's a very heavy camera compared to these little light ones right here. This was just SD card based. This one right here is a hard drive camera. So this is actually 160 gigs. This is a 160 gig hard drive. And this is just an SD camera with no internal memory built into it at all, I don't think. Maybe 8 gigs, if even that. But that's it. And you got to put an SD card in here. But this has a hard drive in it. It's a lot heavier. Not solid state. It's a regular hard drive. And this camera was very expensive back in the day. This camera probably cost about at least 500 bucks. No, I take that back. It's 160. 160. This camera was probably about 1,500 bucks back in the day. And you can pick these things up, like I said, off of eBay for like maybe $50 to $100, depending on who you buy them from. So this is high definition. I can close this door up right here. This one has high definition. It has all kinds. This one has when you open it up, the lens opens up automatically with the screen. Okay, the screen opens up, the lens cover or whatever. On the cheaper ones like this one right here, you got a switch on the side where you have to open it up. Anyway, enough of that. What did I drop down here? I think I dropped something. Oh, okay. I'll worry about it later. Okay, going on. I'm sorry about this. Sorry, did I drop the? Oh man, I dropped the mic. Hold on. Oh shoot. Framing is gonna be off. Oh, sorry about that. I dropped the microphone and monitor system. Okay, sorry about that. Whew, we might have to do some editing. Let's show that one more time. Okay. So this right here is a hard drive camera. This right here is a non-hard drive camera, just an SD camera. They're both Sony, they're both HD, and the resolution on this one is probably better. This one's a lot older. This one's like 12 years older. I think this came out like 2008 with the 12x zoom, and this one has a 32x zoom, and it came out in whatever. You can do the research on it. But this is the PJ 230, and this one was the can't remember the number on this one, but don't worry about it. It's not important. I'm just saying the main thing of it is that you can get these cameras off of eBay, and you can get them in other places and offer up and things like that if you do the research and you look for them. You might already have one just sitting around in your house. So if you're planning on doing any streaming, you're planning on doing any type of YouTube videos or something like that, you don't have to have high quality DSLRs. You don't have to have a 4K camera. You can use whatever you got to have. Now, I wasn't going to make this video today because you can see I still haven't shaved and everything, still looking kind of scroungy. But you know what? I said I got to do it. Got to get it out there. Got to let you guys know what's going on. That's why I tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate. Definitely donate. We still are trying to, once again, I'm trying to get the GRC1. I want to get that camera so that I can show you guys what I'm going to do with it, because I'm going to do some pretty extraordinary things with that particular camera. And I just can't wait to get it. I love cameras. The JVC camera, the Back to the Future camera, I'm going to be out using that camera, you know, all the time. Not just that one, but these other cameras as well. And the thing I tell people, you know, you can be a collector and you can put stuff on the shelf and you can collect dust. You can, use them use it as decoration. You're a camera guy, whatever. You got a camera room and you got them on the shelf. A lot of guys do that. Nothing wrong with that. I want to use my cameras. So I'm going to be constantly using these cameras to do videos and stuff. So you're going to be seeing me. You'll see me sometime. I'm going to be having this old Sony baby. I'm going to be having this right here, the Trinicon. We're going to be using this. We're going to be shooting video with it. I want to take this one to Grant High School. That was my goal when I got it in, was to take it up there and do a little video up there, which I haven't done yet. So we will be doing that. And I'll probably be using the Trinicon. And I got different cameras. Now we're going to go from the cameras that could not rewind. None of these could rewind. None of these could play back tapes. None of these you could. I think you had to take the tape out and you had to put it into another VCR to play your tapes back. That was the problem Sony had with these beta movies. Okay, all these beta movies you couldn't just hook it up to your TV. You had to take the tape out, put it in another VCR, and then play it back on your TV. Now. And the difference with this right here, you couldn't play it back either. You had to play it back from the VCR that this cord was connected to. And you had to, the VCR could be hooked up to the TV. So these were kind of better in a way, but this was more portable. So if you wanted to be portable without any cords and you wanted to just go out and shoot, this is what you would shoot with. You would shoot with something like this. You get home, you take the tape out, you put it in another VCR, and you play it back. Yeah, that's crazy, huh? When you look at technology nowadays. So the reason that I'm telling you guys a little bit about this is because the technology started to change a little bit. Like you said, with the Zenith you've seen back here, the Zenith was able to play the tapes back. JVC was able to play the tapes back. Other companies started coming out with cameras where you could play the tapes back, hook them up to your television, a portable studio. That's why I want the GRC1, the JVC GRC1, Back to the Future. That's the one that kind of, wow, people's like, wow, a portable studio, Doc Brown, a portable studio. That camera was actually, I think, Doc Brown's. If you go back and you watch the movie, Doc Brown was loaning that camera to Marty, and Marty just kind of like took over, you know. He had the camera all the time doing the videos and showing Doc Brown from the past what was going on. But that camera belonged to Doc Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Go back and look at the movie. I don't have the movie right now, but go back and look at the movie. I think he said, I remember Doc Brown said, did you get the video camera? Get my video camera. Grab my video camera. That was Doc Brown's camera. But it became Marty McFly's because of the popularity of the movie and whatever. Because Doc Brown really never used it, except for in the past when he connected it to his old-fashioned TV with those little rinky-dink wires. Anyway, watch the movie. So what I'm trying to say, you couldn't play it back. You couldn't play back any of the video from any of these cameras at that time, except for the Trinicon, because the Trinicon had a VCR that connected to the TV. The portable units, you could not play back video. You could not rewind. That was their downfall. And you could not record very long. I think it was 20 minutes. Somebody said 20 to 30 minutes. That was it. You couldn't. There was no hour of recording on these other cameras, and that was a drawback to Sony. Sony came out with the first camcorder. We're saying Sony came out with the first camcorder, but other companies copied, like they always do. JVC, Zenith, Magnavox, Sears. I can go on and on and on with different names. They copied even Acaia. Oh, let's talk about Acaia. This is my Acaia right here. This is my baby. They did the same thing. If you look at the format, it looks very similar. This body style back here looks very similar to the Zenith, and the parts are all compatible. That's why I know that they copied. The battery packs will fit and everything. So this is Zenith, and this is Acaia. Okay. So these units were able to rewind. These units were able to play back, connect to your TV. They came with RF adapters. They came with remote controls. They came with all kinds of stuff. Here's the buttons right here. This was a more later model right here. I think this one probably came out in, does it have the year on here? Doesn't have the year. I think this one was like maybe 1987, 87, 88. Do your research on it if you want to get more information. But this is the Acaia, the same type of thing. You got your grip here, boom, shoulder. And then you got your pull out, this pulled out like this for your eyepiece. And you're ready to go. Acaia. Okay? Acaia video movie. And you notice they all say video movie. Let's show it on the side. It says video movie. They all say video movie. That was a copy. They copied. JVC came, Sony came out with the video movie. You see a couple cases back here. Can you see that other case? Nope, I got the Panasonic covering it up. Okay. It says video movie. This red case right here belongs to the JVC GR-C1, the camera that I'm trying to get. I don't have that camera yet, but I got the case. So I'm getting there. I'm letting you guys know. I do have a JVC in there, but it's not the GR-C1. It's the, I forgot what model it is, but it's the black model. And you're not going to find that one anymore. And it's the black model because I'm black. No, that's not the reason why. It's a black model because I just got a good deal on it. And I got it at a thrift store. And it looks exactly like the GR-C1, but it's black. I said, where did this come from? That's pretty rare. So I think I got a pretty rare camera. I think that's pretty rare. Everybody's got the red one. Not everybody, but everybody that wants to spend a lot of money, they got the red one. And I used to have 3 of the red ones when I lived in Vegas. I had 3 of them that I purchased. I got them for like 90 bucks a piece out there. And then now with the price gouging, or whatever they call it, price gouging, everybody wants hundreds of dollars for that same camera right now. You go and try to look for it on eBay. They're like $399, $499, $700, $150 shipping. Crazy prices because everybody wants that camera. So I happen to find one. I get a good deal on it. I bid on it. I got it down to less than $100, and I'm trying to now purchase it. So if you can help me out, please, once again, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate, because money's tight. I'm not working right now. I don't have the income to actually purchase it, but I did bid on it, and I bidded on it in faith. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get the money this week. So don't wait, procrastinate. If you want to donate $20, $30, whatever you can donate, so that we can get this camera and I can show you guys the actual camera once I get it. It's going to look exactly like this, but it's going to be a red body, and I have extra parts. You can see I got the case right here. I already have the case, so I'm waiting for it to come in. And I picked up the case not too long ago because I got a different camera that's in that case, and I can pull it out. I guess I can show it to you. It's the black version. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit. So I got kind of lost here. We were talking about all these different Sony cameras. All these cameras right here, once again, they could not rewind. They couldn't play back tapes. They couldn't do any of that type of stuff until the JVC, the Zeniths, and all the other brands came out after they copied, and they decided to go with that same type of, they went with a smaller format, VHS-C. They went with VHS-C, which gave them the ability to do the rewinding and the things like that because the heads were built different in here. So that's how they were able to do that. So this camera can rewind, playback tapes, that type of thing. And then Canon came out with one. That's why I finally get to Canon. Canon came out one that's very similar. They called it the digital the E708. Okay, I think this is the VM708. Very nice looking camera. And I decided to make it, guess what? High definition. Bam! You see there's a little Canon camcorder on the side. Okay? And if you open the door, and it's kind of sticky right now, I can't open the door. I'm not going to open the door. I don't think I put it on there right. But anyway, this Canon camera, this is a Canon 800, HFR 800. I picked this up a long time ago. This camera shoots high definition, has very good picture and everything. And now this camera is now high definition. So I can put this on my shoulder. I can pop the door. This door is stuck. Oh, it's just a little tape. I can pop the door open. You'll hear a little sound. Bam. This has the same thing. You got to open up the lens, and I can still record in high definition. Canon and Canon. I'm trying to keep the camera, trying to match the cameras up. I don't want to have Sony with Panasonic, Panasonic with Sony, and I try to keep everything matched up. So this is Canavision. This is Canon, but it's Canavision. And I never heard of Canavision. I said, this is interesting. I never had this camera, and I believe this camera came out in 1988. The date's on the bottom of this one, which makes it great. This one came out in 1988, and I'm trying to see what month. I'm gonna say what month. Okay, October. I think it was October. Yeah, October. This came out October 1988, and this camera, put up closer, a little closer. Does it look nice? Canavision. Turn around here. I don't have a top camera like a lot of these guys when they do these videos, but I can kind of see what it looks like. Tilt it straight there. Canavision digital. Okay, so this is my baby right here. Very, very lightweight. Why would I want this? Because I don't want to hold a little tiny camcorder in my hand. It's going to be unstable. You're worried about stability. You're worried about in-camera stability and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about that when you got something this big like this. Put it on a tripod. It's weighed out. It's really nice. You flip out the screen, and you're ready to record. Okay? So this is the baby right here. This is the Vixia. Got the Vixia mounted on there, and if you look at it from the front, you'll notice it says Canon and Canon. It matches. Canon and Canon. And once again, look at it from the side, you'll see that it says digital. Can you guys read that? It's digital. Boom, boom, boom. 708. The VM708. Okay, I'm putting it down. It's heavy. It's heavy to me right now because I'm sitting down. And I'm not used to all these cameras anymore. I've been picking up a bunch of these. The next model we're going to go to is the Sony. Sony finally made one where you could rewind, playback tapes. I'm telling you, I don't know what year this one was. I can't remember. Let's see if it says the year on here. It does not say the year on here. I think this was 1986, 87. They finally came out with one. It might have been later. Can't remember the exact time. How does this thing pop down? It has a button here. Okay. Has a button here. So you can just grab it like this. Get this out the way here. You can grab it like that. This is nice. I love the way this camera was built. They built this camera really nice. Shoulder mount camera. Once again, this is 8mm. They changed the format. They watched everybody else. They looked at how everything was being done at that time. I believe this one was 8mm too. Okay? So around this time, 1988, everybody was copying everybody again. And Sony said, we're going to come out with a camcorder. And this is when they came out with their Video 8 Pro. This is the Video 8 Pro. They had a couple versions after that. A couple of them I really wanted. They were like darker black ones. They were the Pro versions. And I just couldn't afford them. They were too much. They're on eBay. People are just price gouging. They're wanting like $100, $200 for those things. I was like, no. So I try to get these within a price range of around $30 or so. This one was, I got this one for probably 25 or 30 bucks. And this was a nice looking camera. It's in good shape, really great shape. And you got your big Sony cap on there. Look at that lens. This was the CCD V110. This is the V110 that came out. And if you look at the difference between the V110 and the, this one's really heavy. And this is the 110. This is the 110, and that's the V110. So you can see that there's a big difference. This is heavy. Okay. So the BMC 110 could not rewind tapes. That's the one I'm putting back right now. This one could not rewind tapes, couldn't play back tapes, couldn't do any of that. This one can. It came with there's an adapter that goes on the back, I believe, and then it converts it to RF where you can hook up to your TV, and then you can rewind tapes and all that kind of stuff. Without that adapter, you wouldn't be able to do it. Well, just dropped my super beta. Oh my God. Anyway. So anyway, that's why you buy used equipment instead of new. And we're going to talk about that because a lot of people buy new equipment and they, how should I say, they don't do anything with it. They buy the new equipment, they don't do anything with it. They don't want it to get scratched up. They're so careful with it, and I am like that too, even with my old equipment. But you know, when you buy old equipment and you scratch it up or you drop it, or you know, it doesn't hurt as bad, I guess. It still hurts. I don't like dropping on my cameras. I hope it's all right. We'll pick it up in a minute. But anyway, the next level is, I got so many different levels. This one came out around 1988, or maybe it was 98 when this one came out. This one might have been 98. No, 93. This one came out in 1993. It has the month on there, February 1993. This is the baby right here. This is the Super Reporter, VHS, full-size Super Reporter, Panasonic. Okay, so now we've broken out of Sony. We showed you one Canon. We showed you a Zenith. We showed you a Quasar. We showed you an Akai, and now Panasonic. This is the big baby. Look how big that. Look how big this is. Wow. Look how big this lens is. Okay, isn't that nice? This is a real big baby. So when you have one of these, now you're professional. Okay, not really. This was a prosumer. Prosumer means you kind of look like a pro, but it's not really the big pro E&G cameras. E&G stands for electronic news gathering. Those are the big babies. I got a couple of those too. I can't get to those right now. This was the one that a lot of the colleges used. Access Sacramento. All your universities, all your schools would have this particular camera. And this is the E&G. This is the 455. They have the 456. Pretty much the same camera, I think. This camera was very hard to find. And I paid a little money for this. It was really hard to find. I paid like 60 bucks for this camera. I'm keeping it real. It's still hard to find. If you can find one of these, if you guys have one of these and you want to donate or something like that, let me know. I would love to have it. This camera, I'm going to be doing it. I did a special upgrade too. This one also now has, it shoots in high definition. I have a Panasonic Lumix camera on top. If you look at the top, you look at the name, you really can't see it probably. That's a Panasonic Lumix camera. I can turn it on and you see the lens just popped out. Okay, the screen's on right here. That's a Panasonic Lumix 8X high definition camcorder camera, I believe. And I forgot the model number on that, but I can shoot in high def, and it is Lumix. And it'll tell you when I turn it back on again, you see, it says Lumix, and it's Panasonic. So like I said, I try to keep these matched up. I'm going to be taking this one off because I don't think it's that great, but it is a Panasonic. It's the only Panasonic camera that I have right now that I could attach on there. So I attached it on there with some double stick 3M type stuff, tape, and I can actually go out now and shoot high definition with this camera. Just flop that down. I don't need the eyepiece. Just turn on the Panasonic Lumix like that, and I can shoot in high definition. It's got a full battery too. Okay, we're gonna be replacing that though. I actually have another Panasonic camcorder that I bidded on, and I should be getting that in a couple days. And it's going to be similar to the other camcorders that you've seen, the Sony camcorders that I have. I'm trying to keep the family together. Panasonic with Panasonic, Sony with Sony, Canon with Canon, and so forth. But JVC, same thing. The JVC, I don't have any JVC small camcorders yet. So I probably will be getting a, I like that little action camcorder they had a long time ago. I used to have one of those back in Vegas, and it was like a little action cam. And I saw one the other day for like 49 bucks used on eBay or whatever. That would have been perfect for this JVC right here. You know, a little small action JVC. But if I can't find a JVC, I don't care. I'll pop a no-name brand or something like that, like this on here, and it does the job. This little high definition camera doesn't have to be JVC. I'll pop it on there, and I can still shoot in high def. Okay. And the reason that I'm showing you guys this, a lot of people say, well, why are you making this video, Tony? Why are you talking about all these cameras? Why are you making this video? Is because I've made a lot of videos, and sometimes I don't give you guys all the information, and I don't go in as in depth as I should. A lot of my videos, I have green screen behind me. That's why I wanted to show you. Use my green screen that's right above me. I just got it tacked to the wall. Sometimes I use green screen, and I got different backgrounds, and I talk about a particular subject, but sometimes I don't have the time to go in depth and talk about all these different things. And today is one of those days where I wanted to talk about cameras. I wanted to show you guys, giving you an example of where I am and where I'm trying to do. Taking these old camcorders and upgrading them to high definition. Not necessarily 4K. Some of them could be 4K. Who cares? And I'm doing this actually to help you. That's the reason. The main reason I'm doing this video is during this time that we're in, during the big pandemic time that we're in. People are bored. People are stressing out. People are committing suicide. People are doing a whole lot of different things right now because they're stressing out on their current situation. And this is the time where you can be creative. And you can say, hey, I'm gonna take this old camera and I'm gonna play around with it, or I'm gonna take this apart or take that apart. It don't have to be a camera; it could be an engine or a car or whatever. So me, I've always been in cameras all my life, and I just gonna give you guys a basic background, I guess, a foundation of where I started. Like I said, I started back in the like 78. I think 78 is my first camera, which was a Funi camera. It was just a tube camera. It was not a camcorder. And remember, the first camcorder was 1983. So I had a little ways to go before I got a camcorder. I didn't get my camcorder until 1986. And my camcorder in 1986 was, like I said, Quasar. Not this particular one right here. This is the VM11. I had the VM21. The VM21, I have it. I actually have that same camcorder. I went back in history. I looked for the same exact one. It's in very good condition. I'm going to show you that one on one of my videos. And it's packed up in one of my cases over here. I still got more cameras. So I'm giving you a general background of where I started with my video. Am I a big movie producer? No. Have I shot big movies and films and that type of thing? No. It's just a hobby. It's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy, and I wanted to make this video to let everybody know that I'm still alive. Okay. Today's date is March the 29th, 2021. The time right now is like 2:30 p.m. I'm gonna have to edit this video a little bit because I know I made some mistakes on it. I'm gonna have to edit the video, and like I said, in the bottom of the video, you'll see we do have a Cash App. Please donate. Please help me out as far as getting some of these cameras upgraded. Like I said, money is towards my projects. I want to show you guys more of how you can just have fun and enjoy your life. You don't have to have the latest greatest. You can get something like, if you can find something like this for $10 or $15 or whatever, that would be great. But like I said, with price gouging right now, everything's going up. People are going crazy on eBay. They want a lot of money for these type of cameras. They're talking about $200 and $300 for these cameras right here, for this particular camera right here. I was like, wow, no, I'm not going to do that. So I got the guy, I talked him down. He wanted $110 for this camera right here. Now, I ain't wanted one of these for a long time. This is pretty light too. This is very, very light. This is lighter than these beta cameras, believe it or not. This is very light, plasticky, but I like the way it feels. And this camera, like I said, I paid like 60 bucks for it, and 60 bucks of my hard-earned money of just being here. You know, I'm here helping my mom right now. You know, I'm trying to take care of her, take care of my dad, take care of my mom, and I'm not getting any income in here to actually do this. It's just like, if I get $20 here, somebody sends me $20, or my sister, she might give me $20 or whatever. I take that money, I stack it up, and I'll be like, okay, now I got $40. Okay, now I got $60. 3 people gave me 20 bucks, and then I might buy a camera or something. So that's how I'm able to afford some of these cameras. Some of these cameras I've already had. I had for a long time. And when I went back to Vegas, I grabbed a couple of my cameras and brought them back here. And then I've got a lot of little cameras, like these little tiny point and shoot type cameras. This is Sony. I could take one of these little small Sonys, and I could actually mount it on one of my bigger cameras too as well. I've done that. I do have a broadcast ENG camera, the XD cam. That's my favorite one right now. And that camera's pretty old, actually, but it's a broadcast camera. And what I did is I took a camera just like this, but it was the Sony 5000. You guys familiar with that? The A5000. The A5000. I got that really cheap. Actually, it was damaged though. The SD card doesn't work on the camera. But I took the camera and I modified it, and I got it an adapter, and then I bought some rigging, 15 millimeter rods and all kinds of stuff. And I'll show you a picture of that. I guess we'll put a picture of that as I'm talking about it. We'll put a picture of that maybe in the side or something like that. But that's my baby right there. That's my XD cam. And that camera took me a little while to build, but it was fun. It's a hobby, and it didn't take a whole lot of money. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't take a lot of money to do this. So if you want to do something like that, that's why I'm kind of making this video. And I'm just showing the young people that trying to show the young people where we've come from. Where you know, now everybody shoots their video on something like this, right? This is my little Galaxy, whatever you call it, Galaxy A10. So when my next video, I'll probably be shooting with this. And I was going to shoot this video with that, but I'm shooting it with another action camera. So I could have took this Galaxy A10, stuck it over there in a tripod, and shot this entire video. But I just decided to use my other action camera because I like to use the one I'm using now. And then I got another little phone right here. I got this big baby right here. This is a LG. I could have shot the entire video with this. So why would you want any of this, right? Because it's a hobby. It kills time between the time that I'm sitting here and taking care of my mom, and maybe I watch a movie or something, and I'm praying, and I'm doing a lot of other things. I like to be creative. So this is the time where I can be creative. I'm saying, you know what? I think I'm gonna build this one today. I'm gonna build this one. I'm working on that one. I want to shoot a video with this. I want to shoot a video with that. I want to try this out. So that's what it all boils down to. Being creative. Being creative, taking it to the next level. And instead of me just collecting cameras and putting them on the shelf like a lot of other collectors out there, and I'm not putting you down if that's what you like to do, it's fine to collect them, but I don't want to just collect them. I want to use them. I want to get back out there. I want to get back out there and take videos and interview people and take my big old this is S video, by the way. This is S video, SVHS. SVHS. I want to be able to take this out there and record and do my videos and do my broadcasting like I used to do, and it's gonna be fun. Now, when I got that camera, this S video camera, like I said, probably about $2,000 back in the day, I couldn't afford it back then. So that's the joy that I'm getting right now. I'm like, oh man, I remember when that was $2,000. I can get it right now for what, $50, $60? Wow, I'm gonna get it. You know, I don't want to spend $300-400 for it, but if I can get it for like 50 or even cheaper, if I can get it for 15 bucks, I'll be really happy. 15, $5. So if anybody wants to donate any of these camcorders, you're going to throw them away anyway. If you're going to throw it away, donate them. Let me know. Hit me up. Hit my email up. TonyFromCali81@gmail.com. Okay? Hit my email up. TonyFromCali81@gmail.com. That's the year I graduated in, 81. And let me know if you want to get rid of a camera or something, because you never know what I can do with it. I do some crazy stuff, and I enjoy it. What else I was going to show you here? I got so many cameras on here. Oh, okay, let's show you this real quick. We were talking about the A5000. Here it is right here. This is A5000 right here. This is the A5000 with the flip out screen. Bloggers, everybody likes these type of cameras. It's cool. I got this camera really cheap. I got it for like 80 bucks. It was damaged. Okay? It's a damaged camera. Just popped off the lens. Okay? And this is my 5000. This is the one that I use that goes on my XD cam body, and I can't what's the deal? I was gonna tell you. Here, put this back on here, right? Well, I took it off the row. Anyway, there it is. So I got a Canon lens on here. This is a Canon lens. It's got an adapter on here. It's got two adapters on here, so you can see that big old adapter right there. So it's got a Canon lens, and it's a Sony camera. So you can mix these things up however you want to mix them up. And I could take this and I could build it into my Panasonic. I could build this into one of my Sony Beta cameras, and I could still shoot with this camera. But I decided not to do that because I don't want to take too much away from the camera. My goal is to take something small, like I said, a 1080p sensor, something like this, take something like this, and build it into one of these cameras, and it's a done deal. Okay, that camera, the reason I showed you that camera is that's the one I use for my XD cam, and my XD cam is my big ENG camera, which is about this big. Okay, I think it's big. Whew, I'm looking at it right now. It's in the bag over there. I don't want to pull it out, and it takes a little while to build it. I got it. I got a Sony bag a couple days ago, or about a couple weeks ago. I got a Sony bag that I was able to break it down and put it in the Sony bag, and I got it off of eBay, or I think I got it from the thrift store. Did I get it from the thrift store? I can't remember. No, I got it off of eBay. I got it off of eBay with a JVC camera inside of it, and the JVC camera was the JVC GY500U. That camera was the camera that I wanted for a long time, and I got that camera. I think I paid like $60 or $80 for it. Yeah, I love that camera. That camera was in excellent condition, no scratches and nothing like that. We're gonna talk about ENG cameras on the next video, because this video's probably went too long already. How long have we been talking? Yeah, we've been talking too long. So this video's already went too long, but we are going to talk about ENG cameras on the next episode. ENG cameras, once again, stands for electronic news gathering. Those are the professional broadcast cameras. Once again, this is a prosumer. This is starting to get kind of big right here. And if you look at this compared to the size of the RCA, this is the RCA, right? I mean, Quasar. This is the Quasar and the Panasonic. This was your average size right here for a camcorder in that particular time. Okay. And then you can see the Panasonic is a lot bigger because this was considered to be your pro version. your prosumer. And then, like I said before that, cameras were a lot smaller, of course. And it's really funny because now they've got smaller and smaller and smaller to now you just use your phone and you got better quality, right? You don't need all this stuff anymore, but it's just fun. So that's why I made this video. I want to tell you guys, relax and wake up, smell the coffee, have fun in your life, enjoy your life. And the last video I made prior to this, the last video about going to the manors and stuff like that, I showed you guys my old background, I mean my old neighborhood and things like that. Now we're talking about cameras. This is strictly about cameras, and I don't want to go off subject a lot because I do go off subject a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, subscribe, I guess. Subscribe, like. I'm not used to saying any of that kind of stuff because I'm new when it comes to being a YouTuber. I don't never consider myself a YouTuber. I've always been a broadcaster. I'm a broadcaster. I just kind of do things as I do things. I don't have anything scripted. I don't have a teleprompter. I don't have any of that. I just talk, and so sometimes I do go off track a little bit. And I'm not a YouTuber like a lot of guys say, but you can still subscribe. You can still subscribe. And once I tell you, my thing is, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, donate. My brothers out here, I'm in the same situation I was when I was in Vegas. I am not working right now. I do not have any money coming in. Every now and then I might get $10 or $20 in from a family member or something like that. So I'm able to, you know, purchase a camera and make my time go by. So I tell you, please, if you can, donate. Okay, everybody's getting stimulus checks. I didn't get a stimulus check. If you got a stimulus check and you want to donate $50 or $100, please go ahead. I mean, if you like what you see, let me know. I'll give you guys information. If you want more information, you can contact me. I think my other number is still available. The 500, it's a 702-500-4463. That number again is 702-500-4463. I got to double check that because that's a number I haven't used in a long time. You can call me at that number. You can email me at tonyfromcali@gmail. tonyfromcali81@gmail.com. You can email me, and if you want to donate a camera or something. But once again, we have the Cash App in place, and the Cash App is $Tony McDo. $Tony McDo. We're going to have that at the bottom. I'm sure we have it at the bottom of this video. Please donate because I got to get this other camera in. I got 2 cameras that's coming in, and I don't have the funds to get them right now. So I'm asking for your help. I'm keeping it real. I bid it on the other day. I kind of overbid it, and I was like, oh man, I don't have the money for that. Next week I might get a couple dollars, but I don't know. So if you can help me out, please help me out. They give you like 7 days to pay for this stuff, and I'm like my 3rd or 4th day in right now. So yeah, please Cash App me if you can. That's $Tony McDo, $Tony McDo. Trying to get the GRC1. We want to start working on that. I want to start showing you guys some great videos. I want to give you guys more information. I want to get out there again, start broadcasting. Haven't been broadcasting because I've been down a little bit. We all been down. A lot of us been down, depressed, and I'm keeping it real. So I've been praying a lot and trying to, you know, just keep my head up and have little projects and stuff. But you know, we all get down. We all get down. We get depressed. You know, watch a lot of depression movies. Sometimes you watch a movie, it might make you depressed. You know, trying to watch things that keep me kind of happy, but at the same time, I look back at my past a little bit. Sometimes you look back at your past, you look at things that you want to change, and it's just a lot. So if you can donate, that will really help me out. Please donate. Cash App, Tony McDo, because I love you. We're going to end this video. I've been talking too long already. Once again, this is about taking camcorders, old camcorders from the 80s and 90s, and upgrading them to high definition. That's what this whole video is about. How can you do that if you want to do that? I've showed you guys ways of doing that. Taking these small type of little camcorders like this, action cameras, camcorders. Here's an action cam right here. Taking these and building them and attaching them to your existing old camcorders. If you have an old camcorder at home and you want to do something like that, I'm showing you how you can do that. Okay, and that's what this whole video was about. I wanted to show you guys this is what I do. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I've been doing for a while. I haven't been making any videos lately because I've been down a little bit, and I've been like, I don't want to make a video. I'm all bummed out. I didn't shave. I didn't do this, and it takes time to make a video. Setting up your lighting, setting up this, and setting up that, and even setting up this right here took me a little while to figure out, you know, how I'm gonna show you guys all this stuff. You know, so once again, I'll pick up my Akaya. I love camcorders, and I'll end it like this with me holding one of my camcorders, my Akaya. It's my baby. This came all the way from the UK. This came all the way from the UK. This came from England. This came from England, okay? And I think I made a video about this, talking about it, or I showed some maps and stuff where this was coming when I got this off of eBay. I was so happy, and this thing took forever to get there, but I got it. This came all the way from England. I had never seen this brand before in this particular body, the Akaya, so I had to get it, and I'm happy to get it. We're going to be shooting a video with this. I actually upgraded this one a couple months ago. I had different cameras on here. I had Sony cameras on here because I don't have an Akaya camera. I had Sony cameras on here. I had action cameras on here. I had different ones. Probably put this action camera back on here like that. And I just like doing this, okay? So this one you might see me out there shooting some video with one day, and you say, what is that guy shooting with? What is that? It's an Akaya, okay? I like to have cameras that are different from everybody else. A lot of the guys right now are getting the new Sony A3 cameras and the FX3, and I could go on the Blackmagic cameras, all these high-end cameras that cost thousands of dollars. I can't afford that, so I'm going back in time. I'm getting the cameras that I used to like back in the day, you know, the Panasonics and the Sonys and the Beta movies and whatever, and I'm playing with them. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm making them high definition. I'm still doing my video blogs, and I'm just enjoying my life. So that's what this video is about. I love you guys. Dang, we still recording, huh? I think this is crazy. I've been recording like now for over an hour. It's just an hour. No, is that right? Yeah, I've been recording for over an hour. I've been recording for over an hour, and I apologize for that. But this is a special video to let you guys know that, yes, I do have a camera collection. I enjoy cameras. I build them. I upgrade them. I experiment. If you are interested in that type of stuff, subscribe. Like I said, subscribe. If you're not interested, still subscribe. Like my channel. What else can I say? And definitely donate. Cash App, $ Tony McDo. Cash App, $ Tony McDo. Very easy. $5, $10, $20, anything helps. I have one guy, he donates to me every now and then, $7.77. Thank you out there. He always gives me $7.77 for good luck. And I think it's got something to do with Vegas because of the 777. You remember the number 777? I don't gamble anymore. I don't gamble. I don't participate in a lot of those things anymore. So my money goes right here. You guys want to know where my money goes? On these little used cameras, having fun with them, playing around with them, enjoying them, making them high definition, and taking it to the next level. So I love you guys. Peace and love. Don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate. Donate. $ Tony McDo. And once again, get your merchandise. If you want to get your merchandise, I guess I'll put these links. I haven't been promoting my clothing or anything, but I do have broadcaster shirts. I have broadcaster shirts, coffee mugs, and things like that. If you guys want to get merchandise, I do have merchandise, so I guess I'll grab those links, and we'll put those links in the description of this video as well. But mainly right now, like I said, if you can help out, just donate. That's the main thing. And I hope that I hope this is helping you guys in your life. At this particular time during the pandemic. Once again, today is March the 29th, 2021. And I love you guys. And we're out.